Hi guys, Wheeliemalc here. Welcome back to the channel. How are we all doing? Well, it's this Saturday between Christmas and New Year. So, here's my mate Ian behind me, you can see him in the mirror. We're going to Strawberry Fields Cafe. We're going to do a little bit of a review. But first of all, I would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I know it's just after Christmas, but I'm talking about the whole holiday seasons. So yeah, hope you're all having a good time, or had a good time and still got time to come. I'm not back at work until the 5th of January myself, so I am going up to the Scotland on Monday. We're going in the car in the North Coast 500 with the wife. She doesn't want to go on the bike because it's less than 15 degrees, which I kind of agree with her, to be fair. So yeah, we're doing that. But as it's Christmas, so it's like this will be my last one this year, I would have said, for definite. I would just like to thank everybody for watching, sharing, liking, commenting on my videos. It's going the right way as a channel. It's growing. I'm no superstar yet, no Richie Vida or anything like that, but yeah, it's doing well. Got plenty of stuff planned for next year to do. Still got a load more cafe runs to do and others. And we're going back to the Peacock. Hopefully get out a bit more. I got out a fair amount last year, but I want to do similar. Yeah, so just keep it going as it is, to be honest. So this is called The Star in North Dalton, which I did a review on the other week. Lovely breakfast in there, really nice. Really nice. But as you can see from when I started the video, which wasn't far from my house really, it's not that far. So. Yes, we're going further afield to do. I hope Santa's been good to you all and you all got what you wanted. I got some cracking little presents. It's different when you get older. I didn't get no like PS5 or anything like that. A couple of tops I wanted. Another Wheeliemalc logoed item of clothing. Brother-in-law got me a t-shirt, which was brilliant. So I can't wait to wear that. Not wearing it in winter yet. No one will see it. But it matches my hoodie, so that's great. Gosh, I got an extendable shoe horn, which was like, oh yes, just what I need, just what I need. Jeez, I'm getting old. Say again. 56, right? No, what is it, middle age? No, who cares? Say, they're only as old as the woman you feel. My wife's 2 years older than me. So like I say, it's proper dickheads and birds, I swear. It's the 27th, I think it is. 27th December, yeah, 27th. It is, probably says it's 7 degrees, but there's no real wind, so it doesn't feel too bad. It's slimy on roads, but as I've just had my bike serviced at SW Bikes in Cranswick, thanks Steve, it's all ACF'd up, so I'm not even bothered. So much so I'm thinking of getting my Kawasaki serviced, probably because he does a free ACF, but I might get the Kawasaki serviced, even though technically need it. I've only had it 3 months, 4 months at most. But I've been using the same place I used for years, it's a place in Huddersfield. I was slightly disappointed this time in something. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for it. It was a chain of sprockets, and they did, they lubed it all up and everything, so it was alright. But when you rode it a little bit, you could feel this, you could feel some chain of sprockets. So when I got them changed, like a totally different bike. So I'm thinking, well, I know they've done an oil service on it, but just to make sure I might get another one done. I don't know, it's definitely done. Not saying they haven't done it at all, because at least I know it's really done, and then at the same time I can get it all ACF and everything else. I want to get the clutch cable looked at on it, so that's a good thing. So maybe get all that done, I think. And then I'm good to go for you, really. I'll be using the Tenere a little bit through the winter months if I can. Don't know how going off road on it though, in winter. But yeah, I haven't been out for a while, so it's nice to get out of the bike. Like I say, we're going to Strawberry Fields today, which is over near York, actually. Just on the A90 before you get to the MacArthur Shopping Centre. We'll be going through Pocklington, out towards Belbon, I think it is. Sutton upon Derwent, that area. Weldrake, Escrick. Actually, I don't think we're going to Escrick. I think we go kind of right to the end of Weldrake. Excuse me. That brings us on to A19 a bit further on. Go up there and review the breakfast. Now, I've been there a few times before, so I know the food's okay, but I haven't given it one of my Wheeliemalcs Feast Coast reviews, so I'm going to do that. And I know how to do spam, so that's important. Although I have to say, I think it's not real spam, but like I said on earlier reviews, it's have to be spam itself. I don't mind if it's luncheon meat, it's the same difference, chopped pork and ham. It's just the kind of flatness. We were talking about this with sausage the other day. Brother-in-law. And we were saying that my wife doesn't really like sausage meat. It's the skin she doesn't really like, so she quite likes lawn sausage, the flat square sausage that they do in Scotland. Which the flat square sausage is much more practical, really, than a round sausage. Because I find when I have round sausages, they kind of roll out, obviously. So I always chop them lengthways in half and do it like that. But there's all sorts of combinations, but I do like a sausage, spam and egg. As long as the sausages are nice as well. Because sausages vary. This is part of the thing why I'm reviewing stuff, because some people use ingredients. You can have the really cheap sausage, and it's all edible, but it's a bit kind of not a lot of meat in it. But then you can go the other way, and you can have it too fancy as well. Where people try and put sort of caramelised onion, and pork and apple, and all that kind of stuff. Well, to me, that's not a breakfast sausage. That's something you have with sausage and mash and some fancy gravy, or a jus, as it would be. So yeah, get a nice butcher's sausage, nice butcher's bacon, eggs, cooked, not smeggy, but runny. Everything else is a bonus. Black pudding I could take or leave, to be honest. If it's on there, I'll eat it and I enjoy it. If you have to pay extra for it, not overly bothered. If it's not there, I wouldn't mark anybody down like I am doing with the spam. But We're a funny lot, aren't we, as English? When you talk food with people. Where was I? I've just been somewhere the last few days. We're talking bread. And then, we're up in Blackburn with one of my customers. And we were talking the old bread cake, tea cake, balm cake discussion, which, you know, if anyone knows me, I love a bread cake, but I also agree that other forms of breading exist. So, you know, a tea cake's a tea cake, a balm cake's a balm cake. But when somebody says to me, no, it's a balm cake, I said, no, it's not. Yours might be a balm cake, mine is a bread cake, it's slightly different. Anyway, we were talking about like long kind of baguette rolls, and they were calling it a baton, and then one of the lads there were calling it a Vienna roll. Never heard of Vienna roll before, but yeah, it's amazing how you get different names. So, you know, it could be a torpedo or I've heard called submarine. No, submarine. Yeah, submarine. Torpedo. Yeah, that kind of thing for a longer one. But then you know, like the old pie and peas at bonfire night. I'm from Leeds, and we've always had pie and peas. For us have always been warm pork pie with mushy peas on, bit of mint sauce. But like, I know when I worked in Sheffield, they were horrified. They were like, "Oh no, it's going to be like minced beef and onion, or you know, beef pie." And I'm thinking, well, yeah, they're nice with it, but to me, pie and peas, hot pork pie. Again, the delicacies of everywhere. And like I just said earlier, I'm going up to Scotland on Monday for I think we're doing 4 days up in Scotland, a day either side travelling. So no doubt I will find out some local delicacies up there, you know, the normal haggis, neeps and tatties. I'll have to try that somewhere. Although last time we went, I'd see if I'm going to with lads on bikes. We got some haggis, neeps and tatties at this hotel, and they weren't the best. They were mass produced, but they were edible. They were fine. But wow, when you went to the toilet after, there was some smell. But yeah, nice. I like a dish up there called Cullen skink, which is basically a fish soup or a fish stew. It's got all kinds of bits of fish in it. It's nice, but you've got to be in the mood for fish, obviously. So yeah, we'll try some food out up there. So this time we're starting off at Inverness in a Marriott hotel, because we've got some points for a Marriott hotel. So the first night's free, that's good. And then we'll just book some like Booking.com Airbnb style accommodation. So we're going from Inverness up to John O'Groats and around to Durness, stopping at Durness, and then we're going down through Ullapool and out towards Applecross and all that, and then somewhere south of Applecross, I've forgotten its name, Horlock or something, I'm thinking got a place there, right on either seafront or lockfront, I can't remember. And then we're coming down to Loch Lomond. And then Loch Lomond, but Loch Lomond home. But we're stopping at some friends at Galashiels on way home. For a brew, kill an hour, you can give me a bit of a power nap or something. So yeah, can't wait for that. Even in car, you know what I mean? I'd do it on bike, but wife don't want to go on bike, so like I said, I'm happy enough in car. So back on camera now. Yeah. Don't know if I'll go through Pocklington, because it saves a little bit of battery life, I suppose. That's my next purchase. I think I want another camera. I'm not sure whether to go down the route of a 360. I sometimes like the views they give you, but I don't like the kind of fish-eyed view it gives you. I was watching a Richie Vina video last night, and he's trying something new out. He's put his Insta 360, I think it's an Insta 360, on his chin cam, and a single lens, forward-facing one. I reckon it gives you a massive battery life on single lens, so that's always a bonus. Because, the one thing that gets those vloggers, I suppose, is the battery life. And I do carry spare batteries, and I have got the ability to charge them, but it's not a ball ache, it's not that hard, it's just a little bit honest. But it's just another little faff to do. And then it becomes a faff. Especially if you're riding with a group, because you can't always just say, oh, stop, everybody stop, I just want to change my batteries. You've got to wait, and then you miss something. I found that at the Pecos, I didn't know what to record and what not to record. And then you end up recording a lot of not nothing, because it was absolutely stunning nearly everywhere, but there was some bits that were really stunning. You'd miss them for, let's say, like where I am now. Where I am now is nice, it's a nice country road. But there's nothing spectacular about it. No one's watching this video to say, wow, look at that road from Malathorpe up to Melbourne. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I like the road. It's not a main road, so it's a nice road. But if there was stunning mountain drops inside of it, you want to catch them, don't you? Yeah, and you get about 2 hours, I think it is, out of it, 2.5 hours out of a DJI Osmo 4 and 5. I have 4 and 5, so 4's one looking back at me, 5's my camera. And then I do have one that goes on the side. And that at the moment is just a cheap, really cheap generic 4K cameras. Because, without going through it all again, I lost my GoPro. It fell off. So, I do want to use my Osmo 4 down there, if possible. And then my 5 can be my photos, and I'll have a new one, so I don't know how to go for the new DJI 6. Or, like I say, a 360 style. I haven't made my mind up yet. Because they're not cheap, At least £300 I would say, I haven't really looked. So for £300 to £500 for a decent camera. It's not cheap. Yeah. Sometimes vlogging gets in the way of riding, you know what I mean? You just want to go for a ride sometimes. I've always liked taking a production team with you. But at the same scenario, every time you do a ride, if you've been somewhere, it's nice to record it, because it's nice to look back on. It's nice for you lot. Do these things. I like my kids. I was watching one last night from Motorbogle, Jack. He'd gone out with my mate Danny Jump. And another bloke who I didn't know, but he's called Danny as well. And Danny's his background is just motocross to start with, so he's a good off-road rider and what have you. He's got a tenor in. We were talking wheelies in Pecos, and then he did a couple on camps, and they were really shit. I'm not sure if he was trying to clutch it or not doing his normal stuff, but yeah, they were really shit, so they were ripping piss out of him. So, I had a little laugh to myself, because I thought, that my name Wheeliemalc comes from when I was 20 years ago when I first put a track day video on or something. But I could wheelie then, and I used to wheelie a lot. It were all sports bikes, and I had it nailed. It stood up, all sorts of stuff, 1/4 mile easily, no problem. And I tell you when it started when I got Kawasaki's 1000 SX. I was sat up a bit more, and I thought, Oh, it's going to be dead easy to really. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, it started before that. It started when I remember I once took a Suzuki 1200 Bandit out, so I was going to get one of them. I took it out from Power Sport Motorcycles in Bradford. And I just tried a couple of little wheelies and I couldn't get it up. It just, I don't know what it was, whether it was because you sat up a bit more, I was scared of it flipping or something, and it was a test bike, so I didn't really want to, drag it around. So yeah, but I got this Kawasaki Z1000SX to sit up a bit more, and I just lost the knack to wheelie. And then the way that the world's gone, if you pull a wheelie now on road, you're like a killer. It's a bit of an ironic thing you get done for not having the bike under control. But anyone that knows about wheelies, is you've got to be in control to wheel it. Yes, I know, your front wheel's in the air, so you've no brakes on there, and you wouldn't wheelie into a parked car. I'd have seen videos and stuff like that, so it does happen, but it's the same with speed. We're going off a rant here, aren't we? Speed don't kill on its own, because if speed killed on its own, you'd die every time you get on a plane, wouldn't you? It's the wrong speed at the wrong time. So I say, if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you're going past the school at 30 mile an hour, I think you're more in danger of having an accident than coming down this road, let's say, which is a 60 at 70 mile an hour. 70, 60, there's no real difference. Okay, yes, you've got hazards all the time, like, a fence there could have been a tractor coming out of that. The cyclist doesn't like that. But you see it well in advance. You don't see a kid running from behind a car where all mothers have parked because they can't walk the kids more than 10 yards. So it's all relative. So yeah, that's me a little bit of a rant. The last rant of 2026, hopefully. Oh, 2026, I'm a year in front. 2025. Hey, really? There you go. There you go, Danny. That's how you do it. Even up my arse off at seat as well. So we're going to change Danny's name from a biking critter to Wheelie Dan. Yep, so it's just up here on the right. I'm not actually sure what area of York it is, to be fair. Doesn't really say on sat nav. There it does. Can't read it. Icky. Missed it. Anyway, just up here, right, that's all you need to know. Oh no, that looks close. Oh my god. We ain't reviewing Storyfields Cafe. It's closed! Sorry, mate. I never even thought. Where's the nearest one from here? Oh. That monkey pot's not far from here, is it? Oh, come. Oh dear, right, so you saw from that, it was a bit of a schoolboy error. I should have checked to see if it were open or not. It was closed! So we're going to make his way back to Seaways. So the cafe review today is Seaways Cafe! Yay! Yes, wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be Strawberry Fields Cafe. But guess who forgot to check whether they were closed over Christmas? Yes, me. Right, back to Seaways, which is good actually because I keep wanting to review Seaways. as I've said before, it's literally 6 miles from my house, so it's not even worth going for a ride there. In the summer, I'll do a round trip and go somewhere else first. In the winter, I mean, I have been going in car for breakfast sometimes. So I know what I'm going to get here, to be fair, but I can always do a little review. As I'm reviewing the breakfasts whenever I go. I'm not doing a full cafe review, obviously. Just of the breakfast. So again, like I say, I kind of know what I'm getting here, but it'll be nice to do a review because I keep meaning to do one. So this is the village of Friday Thorpe, famous for Seaways Cafe. And anyone local knows that there is, well, the manor, they do a nice steak in there. And the petrol station is always fairly cheap. What we're doing today, what the Vic doing, what's Vic doing? 128.9? Not bad at all. Let's go in this entrance. There's still one or two bikes here. Good to see. And I suppose for a bonus, at least the cafe's open. Breakfast is here. Let's see what it's like. So guys, welcome back. We've just left Seaways Cafe, had a breakfast there, so I might as well give it a bit of a review. So the standard breakfast comes with bacon, sausage, egg, obviously, tomatoes, mushrooms, beans, black pudding, toast. I added spam, but that was a standard option, so they're allowed to get full marks now because they've got spam, or at least get the extra mark. I have to say, I really enjoyed it. The bacon's lovely. They do it a bit well done, crispy for me, which is what I want. The sausage, it's not the best sausage, but it's more than adequate. The egg was nice. There's only one egg on this breakfast. I went for the bigger breakfast because they do an all-day breakfast, which I don't think comes with black pudding. I can't remember. I went for the bigger breakfast, so you get, weirdly enough, you get three bacon, one sausage, one egg, beans, mushrooms, tomatoes, and 2 black puddings, and 2 slices of toast, and I added a portion of spam as well. Cup of tea was separate, so everything was really nice, lovely warm, and cooked right. So because you can have the spam, the spam is an option, but it's there. So again, a full point for that. So you could get the full 10 out of 10. I don't want to give any breakfast a full 10 out of 10, only because I think it's really hard to get perfection. But I would definitely give it, I would say a 9 out of 10 at Seaways, because everything that was on was good. Can't rumble. The only it's like downer, not even a downer. Which would be the sausage is not the best, but it's fine. It's not a crap sausage. It's just not not a super butcher's brilliant, but the bacon more than makes up for it. The spam for me more than makes it brilliant. Yeah. So yeah, I would give it a proper 9 out of 10 and a thumbs up for Seaways Cafe, which is good for bikers because it's a well-known place that people go, and it sometimes gets a bit of a harsh treatment for food, but I can't knock that breakfast today at all. I mean, to be fair, beans and tomatoes and mushrooms are generally all the same wherever you go. Well, definitely beans and tomatoes if it's tinned tomatoes, which I prefer on a breakfast. But the mushrooms are proper mushrooms, and they're done properly. They're not like tinned mushrooms or anything like that. The fresh mushrooms cooked, and the big chunky mushrooms, so they're nice. Maybe done with another egg, but we have been marked down a little bit on some things. So yeah, like I say, 9 out of 10 is not a bad result. And like I say, we weren't even meant to be reviewing Seaways today. We were meant to be reviewing Strawberry Fields, but I have to do that another day because it was closed. So yeah, my fault. I should have checked. But it's helped me because, like I kept saying, I wanted to review Seaways anyway, but because it was so close to my house, never really got time to call and do it. So we're just going to finish off with a little trip down to Bainton Stop. That won't surprise a lot of you. I'm going to have a frothy coffee, or a skinny latte, and then home. So like I said earlier, if it's still in the video, this will be the last video of 2025. Thanks everybody for watching, commenting, sharing, liking, disliking even. The subscribers have grown quite a lot in the last year in comparison. So yeah, I'm really happy with everything's going. Hopefully do a load next year. I don't see you all next year. So if you like it, hit the door, which is subscribe, like, and click the notification bell. I will catch you on my next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Well, that's nothing to say. Ciao for now. Wheeliemalc out. See you in the new year.